Welcome back to another day of living in the new house. It was absolutely chucking it down to the point that people were stopping at the side of the road on the way home today. And to keep in theme, Elizabeth decided to talk about shower and bath. So we just had a big old conversation with the plumber about, because the shower tray's coming out, do we actually want to replace it with the bath? Long and short of the conversation is it's going to be an absolute faff to try and replace the bath stuff, because ideally we want to tie it in with the Milano shower unit we've already bought, but that's a 3 outlet. So we could take the waterfall off and run a bath fixture instead, but that's going to end up no point having the waterfall. Or we can try and replace the 3 outlet with a 4 outlet, but that's like another 200-300 quid on top of it. Or we could buy a single outlet one, which then is still going to be another 200 or 300 quid on top of it. So either way, it costs money. So we went a whole round and explored the conversation, and it basically went, nah, okay, we're going to stick with the shower. So that's where we've ended up with today. Elizabeth and I are now just about to head out because she's going to go on her first venture out into the local area. We're going to head over to Wickes to get a staple gun and hopefully some Velcro strip, because what we want to try and do is just make some bit of fabric doors to block up the bedroom, 1, to stop the dust going in, and 2, put a door up on the bathroom so there's a little bit more privacy in there. We're going to get some food shopping items, and then we're going to come back and crack on with some physical work hopefully. So let's go adventuring out into the flooding rain and see if we come back swimming or see if we come back driving. You join me on a ladder. So we were mission unsuccessful with acquiring a staple gun. Fortunately, nowhere seemed to have one that was usable. So Operation Get Some Privacy is going to be temporarily on hold until we can find a better place to get a staple gun and some Velcro and some other bits just to make a more robust door. Or until I get so frustrated, I improvise, adapt and overcome and come up with a solution for making a bit of a door. Elizabeth's just getting some food on the go though, so we did get a food shop, which is good. But I want to physically get on with doing a small job. Now, kind of at a bit of a loss at the moment because the house is like semi-livable and I don't want to go making a mess everywhere. The only room I can make a mess of really is like the back bedroom. But I don't want to do that until, I can't do that until the plumber's sorted, and the plumber's not been round yet. So we need to get Alex to drop round one of the days and finish that off so I can start on that room. I could go around filling some of the plasterboard holes and cutting some plasterboard and filling like the underside of where the wall is by the stairs and some other bits, but the plasterboard is now in the garage and it is absolutely vomiting it down with rain at the moment, so we can't get on with that. So the only job I can realistically get on with is the one we've been putting off quite a while, which is actually getting some of the stud work in the loft area here to screw down into the wall and fix the wall down together. Now looking at it here, we're kind of not really spoilt for choice in terms of things, because we can't go here because the cables, so the wall starts just where these cables are here. So we can't put a stud there because the cables are in the way. We can't really put a stud here because of the pipe work being in the way. We could maybe pop one in the gap there, but this cable's too fixed densely down, so I can't really get enough wiggle room in that to get one under there. So we can't go there because that's where the hole for the next lot of cables is. So we're kind of really stuck until that part down the wall there, where these are the main braces for the roof, so they can't go. So it's only really the old platform where the water tank was one that can come up. So that's kind of like the main walking space, which is a bit of a problem. So what I'm probably going to do is, once we've eaten, is I'll run up here, have a look and see if we can lift those boards. Hopefully I've got enough OSB boards we can lay down a bit again of a walking platform, so it's a little bit safer for Alex and everyone else who's working up here. And then at least we can put some of the bracing in this between here and here all the way across there, and that'll at least be a small job we can get on with tonight. What I'm also going to do in a bit as well, once we've eaten, is I'm going to drop up here and have a look at all the progress Alex has been making. But at least from my position on the ladder, we can see it's got a lot of the pipe work now going into the back of the board. So you can see pipe work going up into the back of there, the temporary feed now feeding the shower, all the pipes running up from the cold feed in the stack and everything else down there. And you can just see in the top corner, that white blob in the very corner is the new waste stack. So that's where it's then going to go up and vent up into the roof as well, where we're going to have the new vent put in. I'm going to wait and look and see the magical wonders that are going on up this side just until after we've eaten, otherwise I'll be stuck in the loft and not eating. But yeah, we'll get fed, we'll get some battens cut, and then at least I'll feel like we've made some progress, because we haven't done anything for the last we finished off on Saturday. We didn't do much on Sunday, obviously, because of picking up Elizabeth and spending time with her and catching up on sleep. We didn't do much yesterday, so today I want to get back on with doing something, but then fortunately probably later in the week we're going to have to start making a mess of things again. So we've enjoyed the peace while it lasts, let's put it that way. we're fed. And we're now up in the loft. I'm very grateful Elizabeth's now here now, because I don't have to think about cooking food or anything, which is a massive help from her, so very grateful. But yeah, this is all the progress Alex has been making up in the loft. So you've got the various different valves for isolating things all the way up. We've got the 2 pump units for the shower. The expansion vessels looks like it's got some hoses and pipe work and stuff going in. So yeah, making some progress. There's a bit of a mess in terms of bits and bobs up here, but I'm sure we'll all sort that out eventually as well. So yeah, what I've just come up to do, and I came up with my impact driver getting ready to unscrew these, was remove the platform for the old hot water tank. And well, if I twiddle myself out the way, you'll see it's actually not fixed. It's just free floating anyway. So we're probably just going to pick those up and move them. Now, are they useful floorboards? They might even be useful floorboards for downstairs, in fairness. We might be able to reuse these. So let's get these out of the way. Let's make a couple of measurements, and we'll bang a couple of strips of wood across there. Break the mitre saw out at like 9 o'clock at night. I'm sure the neighbours are going to love me again. And away we go. Ever since we did the tidy up and the organisation, and at least make it livable, I can't find any of my tools anymore. So it's taken me ages just to pick that around and work out where the bits and bobs I needed were to cut the studs I need, which I've just realised I didn't bring up in the loft with me, so I need to go back down and get those. So that's fun. And also finally, obviously I've got a lot less space to work in now, because we were working mainly in that front room, but now we're living in it. I've kind of lost that workspace, so I'm going to have to do something about reorganising that back room a little bit, maybe try get some of the boards down, restack some of the wood maybe back downstairs now. Just to make things a little bit more workable. We also had a minor disaster, so I went to move the extension cable from the bedroom and knocked a glass of water over. That's the second time I've done that now. It went all over the floorboard, so some of it may have dripped into the eaves or the joist space. But we at least managed to catch a lot of it on the boards up top where the tongues hadn't actually been cut out and the ones spilled out. So disaster averted there. We've dried up. Hopefully that doesn't leave any major stains. That's going to have to dry up. And I need to go get those battens I just made to actually fix in, because can't do the job without them. I forgot. There's now an Elizabeth in the house. I didn't have to go down the ladder. She's just been here and handed them up to me. Great success. There we go. We now have 1 batten, 2 battens now in place to finally fix that stud wall down. So the rest is all tied into the stud work up there, which is fixed much better into the ceiling. So it's got at least 3 bracing points, which is good. I did have to kind of eyeball where these screws went into there, just lining up with where the pipework came out. So we're going to head downstairs now, and all being well, we won't have any stray screws poking through the roof. But yeah, that's that small job done. We have some other small jobs on the agenda. So I've decided, I think the next job, or we've decided, that we're going to take the architrave off that door, because if you look up there, that door's not a full-size height. And Elizabeth have great fun of me banging my head off it, so we're going to have to cut that bit of the stud wall out and lift it up to make it a proper size doorway. Also, that bit of wallpaper in the corner is bothering us as well. So we're going to strip the architrave off that door just to make that a little bit easier to rip off. And I'm probably going to take that shelf off because we're going to be plastering that wall at some point anyway. So we're just going to get on with a load of small jobs, I think, today, and just get back into the groove of things. And then hopefully we'll get some more time to swing some bigger jobs later in the week. Feel better now that bit's gone?
Yeah, I do. That was really bothering
me. What have they done down there? That's been fillered, to say the least. In fact, I don't think that door's even straight on that wall, if I'm being completely honest. So yeah, Elizabeth's got rid of the final bit of wallpaper in there, so that we can actually check that job officially off the list now, because there's no wallpaper left at all in here. I've stripped the rest of the architrave off the door frame round there. Discoveries along the way is they've got the mother of all door jambs inside of here. So this may actually be high enough to get a full proper sized door in. It's just they didn't, or they may be slightly undersized and it didn't quite fit properly. So we're going to work that one out either way. So this is all going to have to get stripped out at some point anyway. We also discovered that the plasterboard down here. Now I don't remember there being a screw in this bottom corner holding the plasterboard on, which means this whole piece of plasterboard here at the bottom, it's kind of difficult to show on camera, just wasn't fixed. So we're going to have to patch that one up as well. And I've also taken the architrave off this door, and all I'm saying is Ryan stud work was better than this. I mean, look at the state of this. They cut 2 half lengths of stud. So rather than running a full length of stud all the way, in fact, not even 2 half lengths of stud, they've got one there with a gap, another one there, and another one there. So none of that's great. Whether I repair that or not is another question. But yeah, that's not great. I've also pulled this section off now, which has pulled some of the wallpaper off along the way. And judging by the way that Elizabeth looked at that, I suspect I may come home tomorrow and that may have all disappeared, because it looks like quite a satisfying piece to peel off. So yeah, some more progress being made. Unfortunately, it does mean that we've now made a mess already. So yay for dust coming back.
Okay, so I've told Ryan like 4 or 5 times to be careful and to not step on the nails, and it was annoying him. But he kept stepping on the boards, and now his foot went through.
It was in my shoe, it didn't.
Yeah, but like, oh my God, you never listen.
In the ever-uncovering disaster that is this wall, just realised there's actually 5 pieces of stud work making of that wall, not 4, and there could actually be a 6th one up there for all we know. We've also then found out that this stud here wasn't mounted square, because you can see there's a gap which they put plasterboard in down to here, but when you get down to the bottom it's much tighter, so that wasn't particularly mounted square. I knocked the plaster outside the top of the gap here, and what you'll see is zero anything in the way of shims or anything else filling in that gap, so that's going to be fun. What I've just done as well is then put a rough mark on the wall. It's not necessarily the squarest thing in the world, but that's probably the section we're going to have to chop out. So what we'll do is we'll chop out this section of plasterboard all the way here. That should give us access to hopefully screws, not nails, that they've put in there. Which just means we can at least loosen this side of it. We're going to have to probably chop that section or just wiggle out the screws as best we can. Then that'll give us the ability to raise that piece of stud work up a little bit. All being well, as long as there's no stupid like pipes or anything else behind there, we should be able to then get up to the height. It does give us the added challenges. I don't know what floor we're having in yet. So I don't know what height it's going to be, but we'll just make sure we've got enough leeway. Then we can rip the door frame out, and that's going to be another one of those door frames you're going to want to replace with the oak door frames when we eventually get around to putting doors in this place. And I guarantee at that point, this is when you'll turn around and go, I quite like not having the door there. I quite like having it open. Maybe we should get rid of the wall. So,
I like the door.
you do like the door. Okay, well the door's not there at the moment.
So we can agree on it.
So yeah, but at least that'll then... It's all in the name of me not losing my head, which at the moment I'm losing my head doing the job, so that's going to be fun. But we're not going to chop any more out of that tonight because it's just going to get too noisy, so we'll tidy up the mess we've made of our lovely, clean, well-decorated, well-organised living room. And then we'll probably call it there for today. So at least we got on with some small jobs today. Small progress every single day. That's the main thing we're trying to do. I'm hopefully going to work from home tomorrow because it is our 1-year anniversary. So to make sure I don't get stuck at work and end up being home late, I might work from home tomorrow. Means we can go, well, I don't think we've decided yet. We could do bowling or movie or tile shopping or carpet shopping or floor shopping. There's a million and one things we could do, so we'll catch up with you tomorrow on our anniversary to go and do some stuff. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you later.